just overhead up in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Unsettling. Thank you, Gil. Also now at 4, police made an arrest in connection to a horrifying hit-and-run crash that left 2 people dead, 2 others badly hurt in Santa Monica. The victims were enjoying a night out when a car careened out of control, jumped a curb, then plowed into them. This happened October 24th.
A witness recorded the suspects running away from the wrecked car. KTLA's Elena Abovian joins us live from Santa Monica, where authorities announced the arrest this afternoon. Elena.
Hi, Sam and John. Well, this was a senseless tragedy, taking the lives of 2 people. Now, the suspect in this case, he was taken into custody in Chicago. We don't know if that's where he's originally from, but he was extradited back to California. He is now being held under $1 million bail.
This felony complaint alleges violations of gross vehicular manslaughter, 1 for each of the deceased victims.
LA District Attorney Nathan Hochman alongside Santa Monica officials gathering today to announce the arrest and charges against 38-year-old Alex Kirksey, a man wanted for hit and run, resulting in the death of 2 victims, Brad Lipsey and Maura Cohen, both 61 years old.
These are well-loved, incredible members of our community that were taken callously, tragically.
It was on Friday, October 24th. Santa Monica police responded to multiple calls reporting a vehicle versus several people. It was the 1300 block of Wilshire Boulevard around 9:15 in the evening. The suspect's vehicle, an orange Dodge Charger, drove into 4 victims. 2 died at the scene. 2 others were transported to a local hospital with serious injuries, but are expected to survive.
The vehicle that was traveling westbound in the eastbound lanes of Wilshire Boulevard when it drove onto the sidewalk and struck the pedestrians.
According to Santa Monica police, Kirksey ditched his car, fled the scene, and ultimately the state. The Dodge Charger is registered to a corporation and used in online rentals. Police say a woman connected to the vehicle was brought in for questioning. Kirksey was ultimately located in Chicago and extradited back to California. Kirksey has been charged with 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter, 2 counts of felony hit and run resulting in injury, and 1 count of reckless driving. If convicted, he could face 26 years to life in prison.
I want to extend my deepest condolences to everyone impacted by this tragedy.
I wish he hadn't ran. I wish he would have stayed there at the scene to call for help. But I'm glad that he was caught and that our law enforcement did a great job and brought him back.
Now we're told that the suspect has a prior felony. He is due in court tomorrow for his arraignment. I'm Lena Bervin reporting here in Santa Monica, KTLA 5 News.
Alina, thank you. The man accused of killing a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy has pleaded not guilty to a range of charges. 47-year-old Angelo Saldivar made his first court appearance earlier today. He's accused of shooting and killing 28-year-old Deputy Andrew Nunez as Nunez responded to a domestic violence call last week. Authorities say Saldivar then took off on a motorcycle, leading deputies on a high-speed chase on the 210 freeway. You may remember that chase. It ended in a heart-stopping crash. Saldivar faces 10 charges, including murder and attempted kidnapping. He is being held without bail.
Federal investigators say a UPS cargo jet erupted into flames during takeoff in Louisville, Kentucky, after its left wing caught fire and one of its engines broke off, triggering a fiery crash that killed at least 11 people. KTLA's Rachel Minitoff has more on the investigation and recovery efforts.
Hi there. The NTSB says it has recovered the cockpit black box, which has suffered some heat damage, but it is built to withstand something like this. Once they're able to get the recording over to their lab in D.C., it'll give them a better understanding of what was happening before and during the flight. Bystanders watching in horror as the left engine on this UPS cargo plane detaches and catches fire during takeoff. The National Transportation Safety Board says the plane was able to clear a fence, but ultimately collided into nearby businesses and erupted into a fiery trail of debris and destruction.
With the debris field a half-mile long, we're still making the determination of exactly where and what parts of the airplane and where they're at.
The MD-11 was headed for Honolulu, and because of the long trip, it was filled with roughly 38,000 gallons of fuel. 3 crew members were on board. 11 people lost their lives, with the death toll rising. One of the victims is believed to be a child.
I believe by this afternoon we'll have a pretty good grasp of both the number of fatalities and, if there are any, the number of missing persons that we're still looking for.
Louisville is home to UPS's Global Air Hub, a 5 million square foot sorting facility which sits in between 2 of the airport's main runways.
The odds are very high that it was instantaneous.
Aviation expert Robert Levy says on board the plane, alarms were probably going off and lights flashing to indicate fire.
Most likely, they did not have time to declare an emergency, or as we say internationally, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. I don't think they had time to do that.
And flights are resuming according to the airport's website, but there's a major backlog from delayed flights on Tuesday and only 1 usable runway at the moment. In the news center, I'm Rachel Menitoff, KTLA 5 News. Back to you.
Here in California, Republicans have filed a lawsuit after voters overwhelmingly passed Proposition 50 in yesterday's special election. The measure allows the state legislature to redraw congressional maps, flipping as many as 5 House seats for Democrats in the midterm elections next year. The move was in response to Republican efforts, spearheaded by President Trump, to have red states, including Texas, increase seats for the GOP by redistricting. California Republicans say Prop 50 is unconstitutional because it falsely uses voters' race as a factor in configuring districts.
This whole process was a sham. And with this lawsuit, we will make sure that we will expose it.
We stood tall and we stood firm in response to Donald Trump's recklessness.
If the legal challenge fails, the new congressional district lines would favor Democrats through 2030. The state would then go back to the practice of having the congressional district maps designed by a nonpartisan independent redistricting commission.
Democrats had a dominant night in the first November election since President Trump returned to the White House.
That includes a major win in America's largest city. Zohran Mamdani will be the next mayor of New York City. The 34-year-old Democratic Socialist received more than 50% of the vote, with more than 2 million ballots cast. Mamdani ran on that platform of democratic socialism, including a citywide rent freeze, free bus fares, and universal child care. He defeated his primary rival, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, by nearly 9 points.
Democrats also swept key elections in other states last night. In New Jersey, Democrat Mikey Sherrill defeated Republican Jack Ciattarelli to win the race for governor. She will become the first female Democratic governor in the state's history. And Abigail Spanberger is Virginia's governor-elect after beating Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears. Spanberger is a former intelligence officer and the first woman to lead Virginia.
World Series celebrations carry on, and the world champion Dodgers are not slowing down, making appearances throughout Southern California, even making waves on late-night TV.
KTLA's Mary Beth McDade joins us live in Montebello with more. Hey, MB.
Hello there, how are you guys? Yeah, we are here at the shops at Montebello, and boy, it certainly is a festive occasion out here, not just because they just hung up all their Christmas decorations, which are beautiful, by the way, but check this out. We have all these different Dodger fans. They've come from near and far to come and see some of the World Series greats. We're going to come up here to the very front of the line. We're going to talk to Giovanni. Now, Giovanni, thank you for talking to us, by the way. I was like, all right, who wants to be my victim? And everyone ran, but Giovanni, thank you.
Yeah, of course, thanks.
All right, you came all the way up from Mission Viejo to see who?
Will Klein and Justin Dean from the Dodgers.
And now you were telling me that you really want to see Klein. Why is that?
I gotta say thanks for getting us into that 18th inning and winning it for us. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. Now, what happens here today? Do you get to meet them? Do you get to talk to them? I mean, what happens?
So we do get to meet them. We get an autograph, or you can do a photo op with them. Mm-hmm. But I only got the autograph, but I'm gonna get a photograph for both of them.
Oh my God, I love it. Are you excited?
Very excited. Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Probably going to say thank you. Yeah, and congratulations, of course, for bringing us a back-to-back World Championship.
Okay, and you've been, you said you're a season ticket holder?
Yeah, season ticket holder, correct.
For how long?
It's my third year.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So 2 out of the 3 years World Series champs.
Yeah, doing good.
Are you going to remain a ticket holder?
I hope so.
I mean, come on. They're talking dynasty,
Happy,
Giovanni.
right?
And I know you said it was important to get here early because there's a limited amount of balls to get signed. Why is that?
Limited amount of balls. From what we heard, I guess, unfortunately, from the plane crash yesterday in Kentucky, a lot of the balls were on that plane.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's a limited availability on the World Series balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. That's why you got here so early. Okay. All right. Well, first in line. Good for you, Giovanni. And, as we've been talking about, these World Series Dodgers, well, they have just been everywhere lately. And here's a look at some of the places that they've stopped by.
Hi guys, welcome to Canes.
Earlier today, there was a very special person dishing up some chicken fingers at the new Raising Cane's restaurant on Sunset Boulevard. Yep, that's Dodgers catcher Will Smith serving superfans from the fast food counter and the drive-thru. The restaurant owner then made a $50,000 donation to Smith's Catching Hope Foundation.
So excited. I grew up, I love Canes. I love their chicken, the sauce.